Welcome to Dank Stankage, the Lion of Great House Veloth. There you are. We're very proud of our great house here. Speaking of great houses, we've actually wiped out already, if I can find it. Great House Hlalu are dead as dicks. Now, I thought we'd also wiped out Great House Indral. Bear in mind, we went to a massive war yesterday with them, took absolutely everything they owned. Turns out they've got one last province up here. Great House Indral themselves have a settlement on Vvardenfell. They have the Lordship of Buckmouth there in Aldrune. But besides that, their only actual landed physical province that they own is Kamaris up there by Redoran. So we've kind of got a choice. If we today attack House Redoran, do they have this stuff over here? No, it's just a similar color. They do have that one, though. If we attack House Redoran today, not only can we potentially wipe out them entirely, because they are one of the weaker Great Houses at this stage, it also gives us access to the very final part of Great House Indral. We might be able to kill two birds with one stone. That leaves us, the Telvanni, and House Dress. And we've cut House Dress off so significantly from Vvardenfell at that point, even if they called in the Tribunal Temple, even if they called in the Telvanni, we will be able to surround them and crush them before that becomes relevant. So I've got the Councillor up in Ganaris over trying to fabricate claims. We do have a 100% chance yearly. Someone actually came up with a big brand strategy yesterday for increasing claim fabrication rather than trying to find the best diplomat in the whole of Tamriel like I was doing yesterday to bring him on board. We can just use magic to fortify his diplomacy, which makes a lot more sense. That would have been a lot easier. So that's something to bear in mind for the future. Now, we can also do that with all our other councillors as well. Say, for example, we want slightly better build time. We just hit the steward with obviously fortify stewardship. Spymaster say there's a plot that we can't quite fire. We're at 99% or something like that. Same thing applies. That's quite a useful tactic. Now I want to check. This was what I wanted to check, and this is not bringing me much confidence. Our candidate though has almost enough points to become the successor, because he's lived long enough now, where his piety and his learning have kind of have gradually increased up to the point where he's becoming a valid candidate. More to the point, look at his skill set. Zealous, patient, diligent, kind, proud, brave. That's really good. Obviously, he's got shrewd. Sturdy is not fantastic. It's not necessarily bad either. Well, it's only a good thing, but it's not fantastic. And then he's got fat, which is not ideal, but he's a mage. I don't think a fat mage is much to worry about there. Does personal combat play into mage duels? I guess it probably wouldn't be so relevant, because he's not going to be leading armies. Anyway, we'll hopefully try and get him elected today as well. We might have to make Acolyte Sinamu, I've come to bargain, make it disappear. What are we looking at? Plot to kill is 367%. Okay, never mind. This shouldn't be too difficult. Now, I very much doubt anyone is going to supersede him in terms of succession. Bearing in mind that a lot of it is based on piety and learning. The older they get, the more piety they're just going to accrue naturally. So age will be a big factor into determining the next candidate. Their candidate score has 26. Just in his opinion, so that's +3, taking down to 23. So it looks as if Brother Methras and Sinamu are tying. We might have to wipe both of them out, but at that stage, again, our guy with his age, his piety, whatever else, should be more than enough to take over. I'm hoping. And keeping him as Magister as well, and things like that are obviously going to help build up his prestige, his relationships, whatever else. So we'll bump off these council members while waiting for some claims to come in, and that's our job. Make sure that if we were to drop down there today, we are 153, we're getting up there a little bit. If we were to die, we want to make sure that we're not going to lose the entirety of the Grey House, because that would suck. Because I imagine the AI would absolutely backtrack a lot of what we've done today, and, you know, throughout all of it. Yeah, do I trust... do I trust the AI to run the Empire? I mean, it's not exactly unstable, but we've landed a lot of powerful vassals. Like, we've got a few dukes kicking around here that have significant power only because, not through choice. I should point out, I've actually been trying not to do that. So say, for example, Ebonheart, which is an absolutely massive duchy. This one over here as well, Mournhold, is an absolutely massive duchy. Although it's only 3... Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, same with this one. Oh, this one's 5 or something like that. The point is, I've tried to keep them separate. So, for example, Balfour and I am put under Ebonheart. I just worry about one of these massive vassals being able to steamroll the rest of them, especially the lands that we first took. It's all a bit shit over there. Now, what job have we got to do? We want to, as we found out yesterday, if we take 100 provinces enslaved, we will gain some sort of bloodline, or the kind of implication is something that will last many generations, so I assume it's got to be a bloodline, right? So we will... I mean, we can't really raid the Tribunal Temple. I feel like that is just war crimes that are going to get us in a lot of trouble. We'll start here at Skyrim. Actually, is there even much point? We might as well just start with the border of House Dress and move around there. We do have access to the sea now, don't forget. We've got a significant amount. We can even get out to the main sea without going around Vvardenfell. So we could just raid along the entire coast of Tamriel and come full circle. That actually might work. Let's not use vassal levies. I don't want to piss those guys off like we did last time we went on a massive raid. So we're looking at almost 7,000 raiders. That should be really enough to keep things going. Can we increase our retinue? We can increase our retinue because, of course, we picked up a shitload more land. Let's take these guys just around kind of House Straz, the top provinces of Argonia. We'll see how we get on with that. Obviously, if we keep our troops from that one, that's probably a good sign that we could go around Tamriel and try and gain that 100. That's my goal for today. 100 provinces enslaved. A noble and mighty goal, I think we can agree. Oh, there we are. Barony of Ganaris. Let's take that and let's see what the Duchy is. The Duchy of Silgrad. We already have that one, so obviously I'm not going to start fabricating claims on that. So we'll start here. That's the Duchy of Belemis. That will give us those 3 provinces. So I'll leave him there until he's got that one. And then up here we've got Blacklight, which is all of it. So even if we have no Casus Belli against these guys, we can push de jure ducal claims as well, have more than 50% at that point. So I think we could probably, assuming you even can do that as a Dunmer, I think we'll give that a go. I think that's probably the safest play. Otherwise, we do have to fabricate claims or use clout or something against the final part of House Induril there. What's going on in Solstheim? That's still... I was going to say it's Nord, and then I was going to say, actually, no, it's Skald. But no, of course, it's Breton. Why am I... Mark Charaskel, the mighty Breton man. What the fuck happened with the Bretons? They've just done so much cultural assimilation. They've got... Look! They've started to move down into Argonia. They've started to move down into elsewhere. Hammerfell. I've never seen anything like this before. In Elder Kings, we've never seen this much kind of cultural displacement. That's obviously where the Empire sort of formed. They might even have something like the cultural displacement that we have. Was it like expulsion? They might have that enabled. Or they might even have purges. But it seems a bit weird that the Bretons would purge Colovians and Nivinians and all that crap. Wow, this is very... Orc Crest? Oh, that's just the name of the province, isn't it? I was going to say the Orcs up to something as well. Good God. Oh, that was fast. My God. That a little bit too fast. Because now we're a little bit out of gold. Fucking hell. Oh, well, of course you can't sell anything, you fool. We're raiding. We're raiding. We'll get this money back in no time. Just got to hope they haven't got enough forces to... Who am I burning? If we burn this person, we're going to piss off just about everybody. I think we're burning someone who worships Boethiah. We are. Obviously, we're not going to do that. I will do no such thing. It'll piss off Lower Yantus, but I'm not going to piss off every worshipper of Boethiah in my realm, given that we worship Boethiah. Although Boethiah obviously wouldn't give a shit. Boethiah is the one in Skyrim that arranges that kind of blood games on the mountain by, you know, that city. It's been a long time. Look, I can point to it on the map. This one. Windhelm, that's what I meant. Pretty sure that's Boethiah anyway. Right, how are we looking? Oh, the one that makes you sacrifice your companion. That's actually one of the cooler things they did in this guide. When it fucking worked. So, Lydia, go stand on that spike and she'd do circles around it and then teleport away. Fucking stupid game. Anyway, let's, Okay, that works fine. We'll kill these guys first. I think we should be able to handle that, yeah, quite nicely. Prisoners for Boethiah is another good part of the raiding. Now, we will follow those guys back down, but in mind, part of that army has very, very low morale. There we go. Good shit. Any prisoners, we're just going to immediately launch Boethiah. Normally, I keep them for ransom, but I feel like it's a bit unnecessary at this stage. So that's the benefit of removing our threat kind of actively, too, because we're not doing anything. Apparently, raiding and sieging the borders of your fellow tributes and members of the Tribunal Temple doesn't count as a threatening action. Which I've never really understood about base game CK2. I guess you don't really have that much of a... I guess if you're playing Viking or whatever in the base game, threat is not so much a big deal. Oh no! The mercenaries ambushed the carriage of Acolyte Sinamu and made short work of her. Those nasty bandits. She's dead. Okay, we also stole his copper ring. Fantastic. Who is being elected now? Yeah, I thought it would be. So we've got Brother Methras of Bosdurin. Now, if he is... the best part of theocracies, of course, is there is no heir. It'll just generate a new character to take over. I assume it'll follow the standard CK2 rules of character generation, so there'll be, you know, around 20 rather than 200. So that will work out pretty goddamn well, because it means they'll have low prestige, low learning, low everything. They haven't had the advantages that Lil Yanta 69 has had. Apparently, people really want him dead. I don't think it's the fact that people want him dead. I think it's just the fact that people like us quite a lot. Whoa, shit, that was fast. Come on. Maybe we shouldn't have. You know what? Keep moving in. Oh, my compositor was discovered. I wonder if that's suspicious at all. I'm going to kill this guy who's been elected after his predecessor also was mysteriously murdered. Ah, there we go. And we got away with the murder. Okay, fine. Now we're looking at Lil Yantus. Yes! He's done it. At long last, a successor. Royal Laws of Great House Veloth, Agnatic, Cognatic, Mandate of Heaven. Heaven has mandated that he will take over. Thank you. Big shout out to Boethiah. Oh, no, sorry. Shout out to the Tribunal Temple. Did that say Sixth House Heretics? Grey House Dagoth? High God. Dagoth, God names. Akulakan. That's Numidium, basically. Numidium 2.0. The Ancestors, the Sharma, and High Lord Chancellor Vorin. Wow. And Alexia Sothasel and Vivek. What do they do? Undeath is seen as an abomination. What, for Great House Dagoth? Undeath is seen as an abomination. That seems a bit strange, given that they were kind of all about the undeath, really, weren't they? Okay. Well, we'll go deal with that in a minute. Oh, God, there's actually 4,000 of them. How are we doing on our rating, then? What are we up to now? 26. We're over a quarter of the way there. Well, barely a quarter of the way there to our goal. I just want to see what it does. Obviously, this is something they've added since we've last played Outer Kings. So I feel like it's my duty to investigate what this is all about. Oh, finally. Day after day spent training and night after night poring over treaties, terms, and manuals is finally paying off. I'm ready to take my next step in the studies and receive formal recognition for my abilities in one of my declared specializations. I stand for chivalry, and I will fight for what is right. I am a knight. Look, there is nothing unchivalrous about the fact that we are taking man, woman, and child away in chains to be either sacrificed to our Daedric god or to serve in the mines. We are a knight of pure chivalry and honor. Right, let's go back and deal with these fucking rebels now. Oh, God. Bosmora. We got peasants as well. Thank you, Alexia. Very cool. And my poor fella, Urvus, died. Goodbye, Urvus. They rise up? Oh, they rose up over there. Hi. What's this? What's this all about here? What's this province? Bosmora? And Duchy of Siltrine. Why is this province highlighted? I'm very confused. Narcissus Conquest of Haim, or Harmer. Go over the Pale. I don't know. Oh well, let's just ignore it. Let's move on with our lives. Oh, sweet Jesus, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Wait, we're raiding our own... Oh, it's a fort. They built a fort here? Get out of that shit. Good God. Okay, now it's a religious revolt, right? What's their commander like? I assume not noteworthy? Not massively noteworthy, anyway. Swamp terrain leader, rough terrain expert, inspiring leader, loved one, trickster one, and a heresiarch. Okay, 19 marshals, really nothing to worry about. Not against the mighty 33 of the Dank Stank. I should really start paying these guys, shouldn't I? I've always gone for the kind of safer one. That's like, oh, you know, we won't back you, but, you know, there's only a 50-50 chance of succeeding. I should start paying those guys to do slave raids for us. Yeah, this one. 82% chance. As we sponsored it, our reputation will take a hit. Fuck it, let's do it. I mean, it's going to help bring our end goal a lot sooner, isn't it? Wait, we're looting our own province. Stop. What? I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? Known murderer, domain too big. Oh, right, we did apparently inherit something there. We'll get rid of that in a sec. Whoops. My bad. Forget yourself, madam. I would never loot my own province. I'm a knight of chivalry and honor. Let's get this over with so we can go back out there doing some more slave raiding. Thank you. Goodbye. Right, 39%. Really? And all they've got left is one province? That should jump to 100 now when we take that one out. Goodbye. Excuse me. The shortcuts. The shortcuts are killing me, brother. There we go. 100%. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Who's this sending us a... Sorry, is that a Dremora? Or is that a leader... Is that a Dunmer leader of a... Leader of... Inner what? The Inner Sanctum of Sotha Sil. So this is Sotha Sil's Holy Order, perhaps? He is Chimer. Who are you? Inner Sanctum of Sotha Sil. How peculiar. So is this guy in charge of the Clockwork City or something? I assume that's got to be like a mercenary band? No, because it's an Empire level title. I don't know who you are. You want to marry my courtier? Sure. Whatever. We can't raid now because we're at war with the bloody Nords. Those guys are really helping out, aren't they? Yeah, great job there. Gorn. More like fucking Gormless. What are we warring over anyway? Over the Pale. And they declared war on us for that. Right, okay. The Pale. Which one's the Pale? That's this one. The one that's on fire, I would assume. Okay, well, let's go and try and bail them out as fast as possible. Run your little legs, Stank. Oh, no, take that back. Run them all the way back, Chief. No, we're not. The Pale's a silly place. It's on fire. Well, what the hell are we supposed to do? Flame them. Get out of here. Right, I put the Marshal there, so that should hopefully prevent that ship from going down again. Right, let's get over to the Pale. What's our decision here? Oh, the Market District. How could I forget? Local peddlers. You know what? We really need gold right now. It might be better just to go for artifacts instead. I know there's a limit on having 6 at a time. But I'm pretty sure we actually don't have, like, the armor. What have we got? We got, like, a kite shield. And that's it. So we could go and buy ourselves some armor again. Well, I mean, we might as well buy this now that we're here. We'll buy some dyes. We'll send it to Boethiah, I guess. Here. This is yours. You take this. I'll also send her that copper ring. Boethiah's love copper rings. Also, let's send her an offering, seeing as we've got an absurd amount of gold here. Offer an artifact. Copper ring. There you are. You're welcome. You're welcome. How strong do you think these stinky Nords are? What do you think about 4,800 versus... Bear in mind, they've got the war under control right now. I just kind of want to test ourselves against an actual army not made up of peasants and rebels. I'm looking for... Well, their entire unit's just gone. Their absolute unit is gone. Where did you... Are they at war with someone else? Hang on. They are at war with an Alakir uprising? Oh, they have taken a lot of Hammerfell, haven't they? Good God, look at Valenwood. This is the strangest shit. We've got Coral up in High Rock. We've got Valenwood up in Hammerfell. What the hell has happened to this world? Good God. Okay, right, we're gonna turn the fuck around. I'm done here. I only came to bail them out, and I feel like they've got it under control. If we can catch some troops along the way, that'd be kind of helpful, I guess. That's their capital on the way back. Oh, well, let's just go to their capital. Anselvund? Why have they got that as their capital? I guess we'll just sit here and burn that down. That'll teach them a lesson, huh? Oh, Sister Mance lost. Caught in battle, I assume. Oh, you fucking idiots. What a fool. Yeah, let's give Skyrim more power. I'm sure they need that right now as they control the Imperial Isle and they've started to move into Hammerfell. Go see the armor smith then. Nope. A weapon. I meant to say weaponsmith. Definitely. Berserk chain. We've got a pike. We've got a short sword. We've already got that Falmer sword, so I don't think we're too interested in the weapons they can offer us. To be fair, we can give it to... What does that do? Personal combat skill +8. That's kind of cool. A massive iron chain with a solid metal head at the end. That is quite cool. Effective against heavy armor. It counts as a flail. Does not have an offhand weapon equipped. Ah, so if we remove the kite shield... Ah! Wait. What? Does not have an offhand weapon equipped. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon. That's what they're trying to imply. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Okay, fair enough. We'll keep the farmer blade and the kite shield then, I guess. Seeing as that gives personal combat +8, and we can just keep that equipped anyway. Boethiah, you seem like the type of person who'd be well up for a berserker's chain. Yeah, 150 Arda. So the question is, what do we want to choose first? Because we're getting very, very close to that 5,000 Arda to be able to claim an artifact. I think the Ebony Mail, just based on the fact that we've got a weapon, we've got We've got, obviously, the offhand one as well. I don't know if that will even work with Goldbrand. I assume it would, but it is supposed to be a two-handed blade, right? The Ebony Mail gives us a lot more health, so we'll be able to live a lot longer and potentially also claim Goldbrand afterwards anyway. Let's mark these guys as raiders. Can we raise any more troops from our personal domain? We can. Look at this. Hey, there we go. There's another 1,000 troops there. So we'll just stick to keep sieging around the edge of House Drez. I'm going to reset my Chancellor as well. There's a strong chance he's been bribed or something, seeing as he's got 100% chance yearly, and it's been like 2 years now without a claim. I didn't actually consider this, but of course the provinces we've already enslaved, we now can't re-enslave because I don't know why. I assumed it worked off the same looted modifier. So we are, if we want to keep increasing our loot bar here, we are going to have to take some ships elsewhere. Oh, good. All 16 of them. I assume we can enslave a population, perhaps even if we don't have the loot bar for it. Or say, for example, our ships are full of loot. I assume we can still enslave them. We got an ebony sword added to our entry. What the fuck? Personal combat skill +15, martial +4. Wow. Okay. Mine. And then we'll send the Falmer Blade off to Boethiah. Yeah, you can have that. 200 Arda. Very nice. We're actually very, very close now. One more trip to the market, and we should be able to... You know what? I'll do it. I know I wanted to buy some armor, or at least accoutrements to our armor, like little extra accessories for it. Like, what do we have before? Like the butcher's apron and shit. There we are. 5,000. Give me Ebony Mail. Ah. Oh. We have to publicly follow it. See, now that would cause us a lot of issues there, my good man Boethiah. We are, don't get me wrong, I think we're probably powerful enough at this point where we could openly worship Boethiah. The only issue is the Tribunal Temple has a lot of troop spam. And I don't really want to face an Inquisition, you know, especially if they do... We are as surrounded as they are right now, when you consider it as Boethiah versus Almcivi, rather than us versus the Great Houses. They're on all sides. If we could get rid of House Dress, then I'd feel a bit more comfortable doing that, because we've only got to fight an uphill battle at that point. I mean, like, geographically uphill, not metaphorically uphill. Padded dented nasal helmet. Sure, we'll take one of those. Why the hell not? Let's go ahead and get that. Oh, we've also apparently picked up a silver ring as well. Personal combat skill plus 6. You know what? When we're fully armored, we're going to have some serious personal combat. To say that we're quite a mediocre... I was going to say kind of a mediocre character, but we've already built him up, haven't we? Now we've got the Journeyman Knight, the level 3 Crusader as well, and... It's kind of a surprise that we've only got level 3 in our initial training as well. That's really surprising. I can't believe after all this time we haven't ranked that up once. Although, to be fair, as part of a great house, it did say that Magistrate will gain a lot of points, but everyone else will kind of be at a mediocre rate. So we might have to take our whole life here. Oh, God. Well, not much of a warning. Vivek arrived at my court today. Explains to me that he wishes to hold a parade to warm the spirits of my subjects. 338 gold. I don't know that the treasury can bear such an expense. We'll do it. There you are. There's no trouble at all. Thank you. Gain Elm Civi. Oh, we actually gain Elm Civi opinion plus 5. How long's that for? For a year. Okay, it's not fantastic in that case. Might get us out of trouble in a pinch, though. Oh, okay. Consumption. Now, to be honest, I'm not too bothered if we are to die. If we are to die into players low Yanta 69, that's probably okay. I'd rather play as him now than in another 100 years when he himself only has 100 years left. Go on, let's see what we've got. How are we looking there? Trader, okay, so just a regular one is fine. Spell of Cure Disease? I'll give it a go. Okay, there we are, fine. I guess it's the will of the game to have your boy Dank Stank here for another few years. So, we're not getting very lucky on this claim fabrication, given that we've been there almost the entire of this episode, and all we've picked up is a claim on Ganaris. So I'm thinking we'll use some of our clout. I've been saving up specifically, but we've got 5,600. So we could go... What do you think is the best way to do this? We could claim the entire outer edge of House Dress. Now, more importantly, even if they get rid of maybe one or two of those claims, they are going to probably run out of clout far earlier than we do. Why can we not claim them? Is it because we're at war? Is it because I have my other decisions open? That's probably more likely. Hang on. Let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves some armor. Worn mail shirt, open leather cap, butcher's apron. Give me that. That'll look fantastic with the rest of our regalia. Consult your other decisions. Can we now grab some claims here? Use clout. Yeah, give me that. What do they say? Wonderful. Yeah, strong claim. Excellent. Let's go to you. Use clout. And I assume they're just going to let... Oh, they actually did find that one. Why did they decide that that one then was more valuable than the other one? And that one. That's so strange that they would just let the first one disappear rather than fight it at every turn. No, she has got a lot of clout. Holy shit. To be fair, I imagine the AI are not so proactive with that. Wow, really? We spent all of our clout there and we got one province. Fucking hell. Change of plan then. Thank you, Chancellor. Very cool. Let's bring you over here and let's start picking apart House Dress. Because if we take House Dress, we control the whole south of Morrowind. And then, again, we can just push them off. If we go for Telvanni and Redoran, we can push them just straight to Vardenfell. And then it's us versus the Tribunal Temple rather than us versus all the great houses. I still think that's the right play. What have we got in regards to maybe a better diplomat? There isn't one. Okay, then. What's this guy? 52% chance yearly. Yikes. 6 points is the difference between 52% chance and 100% chance. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can fortify Speechcraft then. Lesser version of the spell. Unfortunately, that's all I can do in that regard. Did it? Okay, got 1 point out of that. And I assume they don't stack. I'm almost certain they don't stack, but we can always give it another go. There you are. Take it. No, it's just a basic point, right? So we need more magic, obviously, to get to the +2 and +3. What has that increased him to? 66% chance, 1 point in diplomacy. Wow. Okay, that was a good shout then, comment section yesterday. Nice work. And there we go. He's already got it. Fantastic. So I'm going to spend all of this gold on just upgrading Kraganmore. Or not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spend it on a duchy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, this guy is so much better. So Deshan is all of that. Holy shit. Is this another just single duchy, perhaps? Okay, so it's a duchy there and a duchy down here. Duchy of Tyr and Tear and the duchy of Aldsotha. Okay, so I guess we'll start here and try and claim the duchy again, and then we might be able to grab this before the end today if our Chancellor keeps pulling out of the bag like that. He's done it again. The madman. It's going to bankrupt us at this rate. Right, you guys get to... No, maybe don't raid the Tribunal Temple. You guys get to raiding. What have they got there? 607? Should be fine, especially with our guy leading the troops. Job well done. Well done, Low Yantis. Oh, we had just enough troops to siege this down, so they don't send even the slightest reinforcement, otherwise that'll come to a grinding halt. My Kaguti died. Bury my Kaguti in the castle garden. Yeah, turf the whole thing up. Another one. 666.7 gold. That's almost very cursed. Thank you, my friend. So let's drag him down, finally, to the Duchy of... I actually just reset him, so we might have been bribed off there. Let's move him down to Tier, or Tear, whatever you want to call it. And then hopefully, we'll be set to just wipe out the entirety of this one house in a single war. Should be pretty easy, too, because I've been raiding that. No, you're good. Even when I don't want to fabricating claims, he's fabricating claims. We have been raiding up and down the border here, so this guy should be able to pull him apart now. But he didn't get the duchy, but I did move him province to province, because he's got the same chance to get the duchy in each province, right, or a claim on the province itself. So I figured it was better just to kind of move him around there. We've now got a claim on everything. It's a little bit piecemeal, I will admit. We've got like a duchy here, and then the 3 provinces, but it'll work. They've got 3,000 troops. We have 13,000. This is bullying. This is bullying, but we do what we must for House Veloth. Press all claims. That's going to give us absolutely everything. So we got the barony of blah, 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 the barony of blah, 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 the duchy, the barony, the duchy, the barony. Good shit. Send him in, team. Should we even try and call it the Tribunal Temple? I love that idea. Send him a gift. Can we do anything else? Give him an artifact? A silver ring for Brother Athel the Witch Hunter. How ironic. And then we'll obviously send it. We'll be good either way. Again, it's just to make sure that we're not fighting enemies on 2 fronts, really. Not that we can beat the Tribunal Temple as well. Feel like it's not really in the spirit of things while we still try and claim to worship the armed civvy. What a gracious gift. I accept. And what about my war? You want to accept my war, brother? Whenever you're ready? Did I not actually call him in? Of course I will honor my obligation and answer your call to war. How nice of you. Very much appreciated. Right, let's just dogpile him. Fuck it. I think we're gonna win no matter what. I'm not gonna try and command this in any particular fashion. Not that I normally do. Bloody fucking rebels, get out of here. We're in one of the most important wars we could be in, and these idiots are keep... Okay, are we good? What's the deal with this constant rebellion? I mean, there's peasant unrest, sure, but it's all 6th house. Wow, it's pretty bad over here, isn't it? Good God. Okay. You know what? Let's send in the Marshal. I was obviously having them reinforce troops just before we went to war, but it's not really worth it if we're going to constantly be bouncing fucking back and forth here trying to deal with rebellions. Whoops. Apparently we've already taken the capital. My bad. 98%. Come on. Right, one more, and we're good. That is another great house dealt with. Not the one I wanted to deal with today, but I'll take it regardless. It's probably the worst province to siege, given the amount of bloody people here. Again, not the one I wanted. I was kind of hoping we could deal with Redoran in the very final part of House Indoril, but this still works. This is still absolutely fine. I don't know if House Dress have anything on the mainland. Bear in mind, we've cut them off for so long. Sorry, on Bardenfell. Bear in mind that we've cut them off for so long. We'll see if this actually wipes them out. They've still got land somewhere. Oh, what the fuck? Huh? What do you mean? Wow, that's annoying. What a mess. Well, on the plus side, we can start the cultural assimilation now a little bit earlier. County of Sundercliff. Stop this. Stop this. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to make Sundercliff and I'm going to give it to her vassal, which I'm sure will please her. You should lose vassal opinion for doing that, because that is a dick move. Duchy of Vasa? Pretty sure it's that one, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one. There you go. Now an independent duke. You're welcome. We are threatening 27%. Ooh, that's the highest it's been so far. I do need to do a lot of realm management now and try and sort things out here. Some of these provinces are a bit garbage as well. Cathendis is fucking terrible. Omervel is pretty terrible. That one's barely developed. Oh, yikes. Yeah, some of these are really bad, aren't they? So I'll probably give away almost all of what we've taken here. They haven't got their kind of... I mean, obviously we already took Sotha Sil. Even that's not very good, but it's certainly no cities there or provinces worth keeping in our own pocket. Maybe their capital isn't bad? No, their capital's pretty bad too. Got 4 kingdom level tiles we can make now. My God. I'm not doing it because I think unless we can follow all the same succession law like the Mandate of Heaven, we are going to just be splitting up the realm. Now, I know none of it is has any land associated with it. I think it's all titular. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Should we go high? Let's go my religion, my culture, high stewardship to help encourage the cultural conversion a bit more. Let's go Duchy of Aldsotha is all yours. We've got... sure, you'll do. No, or not. Yeah, take some land, for fuck's sake. Duchy of Deshan. He was the bad guy in Star Wars Jedi Knight, right? And then we've also got Duchy of Tyr. Good shit. 4 out of 5, so we can hold one more domain. Now, I am still trying to revoke our capital duchy titles, but I seem to be giving them out just about as fast as I'm losing them here. It's alright. It doesn't matter too much. Obviously, we're still much more powerful than our vassals combined, so I'm alright on that. There we go. 1 Tribunal Temple. Crushed. Chimer is conquesting. Hopefully, given a little bit of time tomorrow, our cultural conversion can keep pushing through. We could go... Do you think now's the time we go, like, full-blown purges? Enclaves and Expulsion. Little Yanta69 is up for a little bit of ethnic cleansing, you fucking monster. And then we'll also turn on Religious Revocation. We'll turn that on before we flip back to Boethiah, so that out of nowhere we can start revoking all the Tribunal Temple titles and be allowed to do so. I've specifically landed as well. I haven't been drawing much attention to this, but I have specifically tried to land characters who also secretly worship. If we go ruler yes and then search my realm, characters who also secretly worship Boethiah. You'll see a few of them dotted along here. Obviously there's not many, but over half of our vassals, I would argue, worship Boethiah. So it should make for an easier transition when we go back to Daedra worship. I think that's a good place to leave it today. I think we've got a nice natural conclusion there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We're doing a pretty decent job, I think, of ripping apart the Tribunal Temple. I still don't know what's going to happen if and when we attack Vardenfell, whether or not the Tribunal will do something in response. We'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, big thank you goes out to Necrophil, Noah, Gogolus, Emerald Ghost 11, Odie, Limpy George, Anthony Gawley, Scary Scurvy, Cobalt Lotus, Alex, Blue the Bard, Layla, Asana Kirito, Atmosis, Justin Wallace, and everyone else at the insane tier levels on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Should point out I haven't got the updated Patreon list yet, so if you have joined this month, then I haven't updated it quite yet, but I'm hoping we can get it by tonight. It's at like 99. It was at not like 99% last time I checked, so this is where they do their weird billing and whatever. I don't know how Patreon works. They made a lot of changes this month, so I can't keep up with it. Thank you as well to the following patrons, including, we've got to find where we are on the list now, Couch Sitter, Flom, Mason Fireblast, Warcats, Lampy, Emerald Beam, Hey I'm Alex, Hooperleer, Valkyrie, Karen24, Evan Dragon 323, Devorda, Attila, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, and Lazarus as well for their support over at Patreon. See you guys all tomorrow for hopefully the end of about 3 great houses.